Human beings are made of millions of cells, and there are over 100 different types, shapes and sizes. Each cell contains many parts. One of those, shown here in pink in the middle, is the nucleus, which controls the cell's activities and its growth. Packed inside each cell's nucleus is about 2 meters of DNA. It's all coiled up to make it fit, as each nucleus is tiny, about 6/1000ths of a millimeter in diameter. The DNA code allows our cells to create many thousands of different protein molecules that can be important for a cell's shape and strength or structure, and how the cell works. To make a protein, the DNA is first read by a tiny biological machine or enzyme that makes a new temporary copy of the DNA made of RNA that is able to leave the nucleus. This RNA molecule is then used outside the nucleus to assemble the protein molecule itself, according to the instructions present in the RNA. This assembly process begins with the linking together of little chemical units that are called amino acids that you can see in blue at the top. There are 20 different types of those units. This chain, the protein, folds up in a particular way that depends on the exact sequence of the amino acids that it contains. Parts of the protein can fold up into a spiral shape called an alpha helix, held together by hydrogen bonds. Other parts will fold up into strands that come together to make a flat shape called a beta sheet. The protein as a whole can fold up into a long shape like this one. This one's called collagen. It's actually 3 molecules twisted together. These are grouped together into bigger and bigger bunches, providing the strength in our tendons that attach our muscles to our bones. This protein is shaped completely differently. It's an antibody, and it has arms that stick out and are able to grab onto bacteria and viruses, helping us to fight off infections. To help people to compare protein structures, including those of the coronavirus, a group of us have created some software that makes use of fast computer processors, and, where available, the latest virtual reality or VR headsets. It allows users with or without a VR headset to view any one of over 100,000 different molecules available from an international online database, and to study and understand normal and disease-causing forms of complicated protein molecular structures displayed side by side. When wearing a VR headset, you feel like you can go inside the molecule. We can also take very precise measurements in billionths of a millimeter. I thought that you might like to do a scientific investigation yourself. This is a really important part of the human protein molecule called BRCA1. If a woman inherits a faulty copy of the gene that codes for it, it can cause cancer of the breast or ovary. You can see that the normal molecule on the left contains pink and purple spirals that I mentioned are called helixes or helices. There are also yellow ribbon-like segments that are called beta strands. On the right is one of the cancer-causing forms of the same protein that has a change in just one of its amino acids. Perhaps as I rotate the molecules around, you will be able to see that instead of the 2 purple spirals in the molecule on the left, there is now a different number of them on the right. Can you see how many of those purple spirals there are in the cancer-causing molecule on the right? Look carefully. Yes, that's right, there are 4, not 2 of them. So a tiny change in the protein's amino acids, caused by a tiny change in the gene that makes the protein, has caused big changes in the protein structure, which we can now see in 3D, helping to explain why it causes cancer. I'm very grateful to all my colleagues for all their help in developing the software. You can follow the links below if you'd like to find out more about genes, DNA and proteins, or if you'd like to see another video, for example one that shows how this software has now been combined with other VR teaching software so that it can be used to teach students in other places around the world. Thanks for watching.